First practice at Imola and a first chance to see the 2022 cars in wet conditions as an action-packed 3 days began under rain-soaked skies in Emilia, Romagna. Just a single 1-hour session before qualifying on this, the first of 3 F1 sprint weekends on the 2022 calendar. And current championship leader Charles Leclerc was the first to find himself facing the wrong way, spinning at the exit of turn 15 as he got to grips with the blue-rimmed wet tyres. A later pirouette at turn 12, and another couple of tricky moments in the later stages, this time on the intermediates, showed the Monegasque was pushing as hard as he could. Leclerc scored his first Grand Chelem in Melbourne with pole, fastest lap leading every lap and taking the victory, and he looked on imperious form here, with the fastest lap of the session, a 1 minute 29.402. Carlos Sainz took to the grass at turn 14. This week, the Spaniard inked a contract to stay with the Maranello outfit until the end of 2024. That, and Ferrari's recent successes, will hopefully give the long-suffering Tifosi something to cheer about this weekend. The slippery conditions proved tricky for many. Lando Norris took his McLaren through the stones at turn 17, as did Alpine's Esteban Ocon, and Lance Stroll for Aston Martin. Kevin Magnussen also opted for a trip through the gravel rather than locking up his Haas. Nicholas Latifi blamed unexplained anti-stall issues as the cause of his venture beyond track limits. And not to be outdone, his Williams teammate Alex Albon went off-piste at turn 7. The Thai driver scored a point for the Grove team in Australia, their first points since September 2021, when George Russell finished P10 in Sochi. Max Verstappen had some battles with the Williams cars, feeling blocked by Latifi on a flying lap, and then getting a bit racy with Albon shortly after. Acqua Minerale caused consternation for a few. Fernando Alonso running a new floor on his Alpine this weekend, going wide as he struggled to keep to the track. And there was a spin and a temporary beaching for Norris, which briefly brought out the red flags. Not long after they were back underway, Valtteri Bottas went the same route as the Briton, but was unable to extricate his Alfa Romeo.
Okay, Valtteri, can you get up in the car? Just trying to reverse. Copy.
So a Ferrari 1-2 ahead of the sprint weekend's qualifying session. Then Verstappen P3 with Magnussen a magnificent P4 and Mick Schumacher a sensational P5 for Haas. Then came the Red Bull of Sergio Perez ahead of Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda and George Russell. P11 for Bottas, then Pierre Gasly with French bragging rights over Ocon. Norris P14, then Daniel Ricciardo in the other McLaren. Stroll P16, followed by Albon and Lewis Hamilton, who complained of tyre temperature issues throughout the session, with Zhou Guanyu and Latifi completing the field.